Hi everyone! So I really hope by the way that I look right now you can kind of tell which makeup look I'm doing today. It is Elsa from Frozen 2. Show yourself, Elsa. This was requested by a friend of mine, so I decided to do it. I really hope you guys like it. So if you want to look like this and know how to look like this, then keep watching. Okay, so we are going to start with the face. And I'm going to start with taking my NYX Honey Do Me Up primer, and I'm going to be applying that with this brush. It's just a Pro 04 foundation brush that I bought at my local drugstore, so just use whatever brush you have. You can also use your fingers, but I just prefer to use a brush. So yeah, let's do that. And if you don't have this specific primer, you can also just use any primer you have. And if you don't have any primer, that's also fine. Okay, so now that that one is applied, I have a second primer, and it's a Pore Blur primer from Revolution. I will be applying that with the same brush. Again, you can also apply this with your fingers. I just prefer using a brush. Okay, now this is done, we can get on to the foundation. So for my foundation, I use the Essence Stay All Day 16 Hours Long Lasting Makeup in 05 Soft Cream. So yeah, I just apply that with my beauty blender. Okay, now we are moving on to concealer, and I use the Fit Me from Maybelline concealer. I don't know, it's the color 03. It doesn't have a name, it's just the color 03. And I am just going to apply this wherever I feel like it's necessary, mostly under my under eyes. And then on the bridge of my nose, a little bit on the forehead, and on the chin. And then if I have any spots, which sadly today I do, I just apply that on those as well. And then I take a separate beauty blender and I blend it out. Okay, so this is blended out now. Now I will bake my face. I am using the Revolution Bake and Finish baking powder. I just pour a little bit of that onto the lid of it. And then I take my beauty blender, this one, because it has a edge and it's easy to use, and then I just take some of it on there and I put it under my eyes. On my forehead and on my chin and my jawline. Also a little bit on my nose. And then I will just leave that there for a few minutes. Mostly I do my eyebrows while I wait until I can take this off, which is what I am going to be doing now. So, since this is a Disney princess tutorial, I will just try and make them look as natural as possible, which is something I usually do with my eyebrows. And Elsa's eyebrows are just a light brown, so I will be using my Catrice Cosmetics eyebrow set. This is what it looks like. And I am taking the lightest color at the top and applying that on my eyebrow. And I am just going to follow the natural shape of my brow. I don't change the shape of it at all. Okay. If you feel like it's too much, you can always wipe it off a little bit. I am going to try and make it a little bit more clean by using the same concealer I used before and cutting it out a little bit with my angled brush. Oh, also the angled brush I'm using is a brush that was included in this, so which is very easy. But yeah, I am going to just take a little bit on my brush and try and clean it up a little bit. Like I said, it's not a lot of cleaning up that I do. It's just a little bit to make it a little bit cleaner, but it's not too much because I don't want to mess it up. Okay, so now the eyebrows are done, and I am going to take off the baking powder. And what I usually do is I take a big brush that is normally used for blush, and I am going to take my face powder, and then I'll just take my face powder, put it on my brush, and then wipe away the bake while applying my powder. Okay. For now, this is it for the face, and now I will zoom you guys in closer for the eyes. Okay, so now that you're closer for the eyes, I am going to start with taking my NYX skin tone, obviously, eyeshadow base, I'm sorry, I can't read today. And I am taking that on a flat brush, and I am going to be applying that all over my lid and just actually the complete eye. So yeah, that's good. Okay, and now on to the fun stuff. So for Elsa, the makeup is kind of the same. Her eyes are kind of the same like in the first movie, a little bit. It just looks like it's a little bit darker maybe. So I am going to start with taking my I Heart Revolution Unicorn Hearts Unicorn Hearts palette. And sadly, these ones don't have a name for the eyeshadows, but what I'm going to take is, if you have this, I'm going to be taking this one. It's like a light purple eyeshadow, and I am going to use this one to start as a transition color and just a base color for the eyeshadow. Oh, also I have this fluffy blending brush from Sephora. You can use any. Okay, now that you have that, I am going to darken up the crease a little bit more, and I am going to be taking my Revolution Tropical Carnival eyeshadow palette, which I love. It is beautiful. The colors are amazing. And I am going to be taking the color Girlies. This is the one right here, so you can see what it kind of looks like. And it's a purpley pink kind of eyeshadow, and it's perfect to darken up the crease a little bit. So I'm starting with putting this on the outer corner of my eye, and then I'm blending it into my crease. Also, what I mostly do for my movements with my brush is a wipe motion and a circular motion like that to help blend it out. Okay, now we are doing the lid, which I'm very excited about because I love the colors that I'm going to be using. What I do, if it's a glittery eyeshadow, is I go back to my eyeshadow base and I apply it just on my lid, kind of like a cut crease, but not a complete cut crease, because I'm not actually cutting my crease. I'm just applying it on the place where I am going to be applying the eyeshadow. Okay, and that is done. So now the color I will be using is also from the Tropical Carnival Shadow Palette, and it's called Soka, however you want to pronounce it, and it's this color. It's a kind of a, right here, this color. As you can see, it's kind of like a very light purple-ish with like blue sparkles in it as well eyeshadow. It's very, very pretty, and I will be taking that on a smudge brush from Sephora. I just use it to apply my lid color always. So I will be taking that and applying it to the lid. And for this, what I usually do is I pat it on a little bit, and then I gently, very gently wipe it a little bit. But I start with patting it on because it makes the color stay. And then I just take my blending brush again, and with the color that's still on there, I just blend the two colors together a little bit. Also, what I'm going to do to just darken up the like outer corner a little bit more is taking the Destiny color from this palette, which is also a sparkly color. It's this one, and it's a dark purple sparkly color. And I'm just going to take that also on the smudge brush, and I am just going to be applying that on the outer corner of my eye. And now again, I am taking the blending brush and just blending that all nicely together. I am going to be applying a little bit of that first color we used, or the second color we used, Girlies, that kind of a little bit darker purple, and applying it on my lower lash line. Now I'm just taking this one and I'm blending it out a little bit. Okay, so now we're done with the eyeshadow, and we are going to be moving on to the eyeliner, which is very fun. So what I now use the gel eyeliner from NYX, because you have a lot more control with it, I feel, and it's very easy to use. It just looks like this, and all you have to do is take a angled brush and apply some of the eyeliner, and then just apply it on your face, well, your eye. So what I do for a wing is I start by closing my eye and drawing one line like that towards my eye, and then I open my eye and I make the wing a little bit better, I guess. And then I just close my eye, and I know that's not good for you, but I do pull my eye a little bit to get the rest of my eye done. And then I usually wipe a little bit to make sure I have a nice slide. What you can also use is just put tape down like that and then do your eyeliner, which also helps, because I used to do that in the beginning. And then you just do the same on the other eye. I think that's as even as I'm going to get them. So now what I will do is, because as I looked at the picture of Elsa's makeup in the movie, it looked like she had some black eye pencil in her waterline. I will be using the NYX eye pencil in Jet Black, and I have to sharpen it. I am applying that about halfway to like this far, because it did look in the movie like she had it until that part, and then the like inner corner bit was white, which we will be applying. So now that that is applied, I am going to be taking my jumbo eye pencil in white from NYX and applying that on the inner corner of my eye. Okay, so now for mascara, I will first curl my lashes. Then what I do is I use two different mascaras. I have one, and it's a Essence Super Curl Volume Mascara. So this is really one that helps curl my lashes because you can see that it has a little bit of a curl to it. And since I can't apply false lashes, what I do to make my lashes a little bit bigger is use this in between the two eyelashes, the two mascaras I mean. And then the second one I use is also a Essence Volume Stylist 18-Hour Lash Extension Mascara, which this one really helps to make them like way more like voluminous, I guess. Okay, so that is it for the eyes. I will zoom you guys out so we can do the rest of the face. Okay, so now let's get on to the rest of the face. So I will start with my blush, which is a NYX blush. It's called Lollipop Hop, and I am taking this on this brush. It's technically a foundation brush, but I use it to apply my blush. So what I do to apply blush is I smile, and then I apply it on the apples of my cheeks with strokes going upwards. Something that I do when I do Elsa or Anna is I apply a little bit of blush on the tip of my nose to kind of get that cold effect. And just for almost every Disney princess, the worst thing to do is to apply contour, because all Disney princesses have round faces, or most of them have round faces, and they look very young, and whenever you contour, it makes your face look less round and more adult-like, which is not mostly the goal for Disney princesses. Even Elsa, even though she is older than the other Disney princesses, I still would not recommend using contour because she does have that round, young-looking face. So now I am going to put on highlighter, which for Elsa, I suggest to put on a lot of highlighter. So the first thing I will use is the Pop and Rock highlighter from NYX. I am going to be taking this on this brush and taking some of that and then applying it on the tip of my nose and my bridge. As you can see, this is like a very frosty white highlighter, and then I am going to apply that on the cheekbones. Even a little bit on the temple, because I said Elsa, a lot of highlighter. Now, like I said, in the park she actually has glitter, so I have a metallic gel, which is basically a gel with like glitter parts in it, and I will be applying that on top of the highlighter right here. And then you can always tap it a little bit to blend it in nicely. And maybe even apply a little bit on your nose. And then, like I said, if you are going to a convention or dressing up as a princess to go to a kids party, just apply a little bit of like glitter all over your body, like over your bones here, on your hand, on your like fingers, just so you have that magical touch. Now for the lips, because we're done with everything else, now we just have to do the lips. I am going to start by using my lip pencil. It's just a nude color lip pencil, and I am lining my lips. Now what I do for most Disney princesses is round out the top lip to make it an oval shape, because I feel like that works with most Disney princesses. And then I'm going to fill them in with this lip pencil. And then I am taking this NYX lipstick in the color Unicorn Fur. It's a very it looks almost Barbie pink on camera, but it's a little bit darker. So I'm just applying that on top of it. And then to darken it up a little bit, I am taking the NYX Liquid Suede in the color Starstruck. And I am just taking a little bit of that and applying it on top. And there you have it. That is the makeup look for Elsa. So now I'm going to go put on a wig, and I will see you then. And here is the finished look. So as you can see, I don't have a Elsa wig for this, and this is just my Khaleesi wig that I tried to style a little bit like Elsa. But yes, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys liked it. Please like and subscribe. I will be doing a Disney Princess series of makeup tutorials, wig tutorials, acting, dancing, talking tutorials, whatever I can squeeze out of the Disney princesses, because I love the Disney princesses. But yeah, so this is the first one, Elsa, by special request of one of my friends. I hope you guys liked it, and yeah, please come back for more.